What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at some TurboGraFx 16 and PC Engine games running on the MiSTer FPGA. I'm showing you this today because there's a pretty big update that hit the TurboGraFx 16 core today for the MiSTer. You can now play PC Engine CD games and TurboGraFx CD games. The files must be in a bin and .q format and not in ISO, or ISO, however you want to say it. I'd love to show you some Rondo of Blood like the rest of the YouTube world, but I'm still waiting on my SD RAM chip. Until then, let's check out a few of my favorites. Currently, I was trying out some Box Adventure. I am not that good at this game. I clearly got my ass handed to me. Also, there were some crazy ass commercials for the TurboGraFx 16. I mean, look at it running in 8-bit. I mean, that was Nintendo and I believe Adventure Boy. And Box was really sad. Now he's super happy. Because now he's running in 16-bit. I didn't know that would make you that much happier, but apparently it did. Here we're going to be checking out some Blazing Lasers. This game was a fun shoot 'em up. Kind of like all the others. Some decent parallax scrolling. And it was honestly pretty cool, the weapon upgrade system. It was nice because you could just hold the button down and it would just rapidly fire. You didn't have to keep mashing the button so it would actually fire. Holy shit, that guy just lost his head playing this goddamn game.
One of many great games for TurboGraFx 16 from NEC, the higher energy video game system.
Let's check out some DieHard. I don't know if you ever played this game for the NES, but it's pretty fucking awful. It's not a good game, but for some reason worth a shit ton of money. So, here it is for the PC Engine. The game is a lot better on the PC Engine. Much easier to control, and it's got that Akari Warriors type of feel. It's the stage selection when you first begin. It's weird. It's kind of laid out like Super Ghouls and Ghosts or Castlevania even. I'm also not sure why you're fighting your way through the rainforest up to the Nakatomi building. Either way, it was a fun game. Now we're going to check out some Fantasy Zone. I was just messing with some of the MiSTer settings right there. So this game's really colorful. It is, I guess, considered a shoot 'em up. And I don't know what that says. Playleaf? Playleaf? Whatever. It's a word. But basically, you shoot some crazy ass characters and some tiny spaceships while you're a tiny spaceship with wings. I don't know why. Every other spaceship has a jet engine, but why do you have wings? Did you know Jackie Chan had his own game for the TurboGraFx? I did, because, well, I'm old, and I got to play it at my neighbor's house. I was never fortunate enough to have a TurboGraFx. I did have a Super Nintendo, though, and a Nintendo. Never had a Sega. This game was pretty cool. It's kind of weird how you had to basically punch a frog in the face to get an item, and then this dojo I currently walked into, everything is trying to kill me, from lions and tigers and bears and fish and iron chefs. But it's a fun game. Basic punch, kick. I think you get some special abilities, but I really don't remember what they are or even how to use them. Ninja Spirit was always one of my favorites. I used to go to my friend's house all the time and try to play this game. It reminds me a lot of Ninja Gaiden, or Ninja Gaiden, however you say it. I say Gaiden, or Gaiden. It depends on the day, I guess. But the weapon system is what really reminds me of Ninja Gaiden. This game had a great soundtrack and just overall extremely fun gameplay. It wasn't the most difficult thing in the world, which I like a challenge, but not insane. So this was always fun to kind of go back and play. There was always so much happening on the screen at one time in this game, but it just made you want to get better at the game and just keep playing it, and that's where I give it a lot of credit. This is definitely one of my top favorite games for the TurboGraFx. This is the final boss of the first stage. It's pretty easy to beat, especially when you have this little shadow ability. You pretty much just got to attack his head continuously, and, well, he explodes in typical 16-bit fashion. I especially like the fact about this game that you can actually carry your abilities over into the next stage. And I wouldn't be lying if I didn't say that jumping from tree branch to tree branch is kind of awesome. And I wish I could do that in real life, but, well, I'd fall and probably break my ankle again. And, well, that sucked. I don't want to go through that again. Here, we have R-Type. You've all seen R-Type before. I figured I'd just throw it on the screen here, because, it's one of my favorite games. Alright, I lied. It's not one of my favorite games. But it is a fun game. I do enjoy playing it. It's kind of crappy when you die. You kind of start from the beginning, but, you know, that was most shoot-em-ups back in the day. And then, a blast, we got Splatterhouse. This game was great. Splatterhouse 1, Splatterhouse 2, whether it's for the TurboGraFx or Genesis, I liked them both. And then they made one for PS3 and the Xbox 360, I think, and that was just, well, let's put it this way. The 2x4 you get to use in this game to beat enemies to a pulp, you're going to want to use that on yourself, because it's not an enjoyable game. But it was just something about this game. And I don't know if it was the gratuitous violence or the fact that you kind of look like Jason Voorhees running around beating the crap out of other monsters. It was just a lot of fun. This is another game that just had a great soundtrack and just great graphics for its time. And you get to kick the shit out of these little bats and just, fucking take that bat. I don't think it's a fruit bat. I'm pretty sure it's a vampire bat. I'm bleeding. As always, thanks for watching these videos. You know, I'm sorry if the production quality's a little low. I'm still trying to learn how to do all this, but I appreciate you taking the time to check them out. I really do. Some stores around New Jersey have been opening up. It's mostly curbside pickup at this point, but as soon as we have full visitation to the stores, we'll start recording. Until then, I'll just keep trying to put out videos like this, and hopefully you guys like them. If you want me to do anything else, like another system, different games, let me know. I pretty much got everything. Until then, I'm gonna try to beat the shit out of this house and get stabbed by this goddamn knives, and I'm pretty sure that painting's gonna try to kick my ass in a second. As always, if you could, hit subscribe, hit like, leave a comment, and you know, any pointers, I'm all ears, guys. I appreciate you watching and taking the time. Thanks. I hope you have a great day.